We're counting down the days until the opening of The Dark Knight Rises. Today we will be reviewing the 1992 sequel Batman Returns, starring Michael Keaton as the Caped Crusader and Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman. Also starring Danny Devito as the Penguin. This incarnation of the Penguin is not the mob-controlling gangster, but rather an abandoned, physically deformed midget who was adopted by actual penguins. For whatever reason, Tim Burton set this film around Christmas time. The Penguin's thugs are unleashed among the shoppers, interrupting a Christmas time speech by brutal millionaire Max Schreck, played by Christopher Walken. Schreck is kidnapped, but not before Batman is called into action in a very inspiring shot, with Bruce Wayne standing up, facing the bat signal which beckons him. Batman shows up on the scene to offer his disapproval of the Christmas time melee.
Take one step closer, Mr. Man. You missed.
He rescues Selina Kyle, who also happens to be Shrek's secretary. In the meantime, Shrek meets the Penguin, who tells the tycoon of his plan to re-enter Gotham's population.
Hiya, Max, remember me? I'm Fred's hand. Hey, you want to greet any other body parts? Remember, Max, you flush it, I flaunt it.
You know what, Mr. Penguin, sir?
I think perhaps I could help orchestrate a little welcome home scenario for you. Once we're both back home, perhaps we could help each other out.
Hey, you won't regret this, Mr. Shrek.
So far we are treated to a very weak Penguin, one whose jokes are not funny, as well as someone who does not seem imposing.
What is that supposed to hypnotize me?
No, just give you a splitting headache.
It's not working.
Ah, you big baby.
He convinces Gotham that he is just a misunderstood person who was a victim of his parents' bigotry. Bruce Wayne later finds out the Penguin's real intentions. Meanwhile, Selina Kyle is pushed out the window to her apparent death when she finds out Shrek's evil plans. Only she doesn't die, she somehow manages to survive inexplicably, with cats nibbling her fingers, and she mystically becomes Catwoman.
I don't know about you, Miss Kitty, but I feel so much yummier.
Anyway, Bruce Wayne meets Selina Kyle during one of his visits to Shrek's factory, falls for her, has about 2 fights with Catwoman in some suggestive scenes, confronts Penguin. Penguin and Catwoman form a temporary team until Penguin tosses her to the side. Penguin comes up with the ultimate plan to kidnap all of Gotham's firstborn, while Selina tries to seek vengeance on Shrek. Penguin is defeated in a very suspenseful fight with Batman. Catwoman finds out Bruce's identity when Batman gives a speech about not killing. Despite the fact that Batman has not only killed the Joker and many of his henchmen in the first film, but was seen here in this film blowing up a man with dynamite. As you can tell by the tone of my voice, I'm not too crazy about this film. While it boasts a pretty creepy performance by Christopher Walken, the Penguin is just not all too thrilling of a villain. His secret plan to blow up the Batmobile is real lame. At least the Joker was planning to poison Gotham with chemicals. The Joker had some amusing one-liners, while Penguin has absolutely no funny or even amusing one-liners.
Just the pussy I've been looking for.
Okay, there is your only real amusing one-liner from the Penguin. The rest are just blah. Michelle Pfeiffer may look nice in the Catwoman suit, but she is just not sexy or even sultry here. She's actually very pathetic when you consider she's just a woman starving for attention.
I am Catwoman. Hear me roar. Face to face, my lovely foe, mouth to mouth, raining heaven's blows, hand on heart, tic-tac-toe, under the stars, naked as we flow, cheek to cheek, the bittersweet, commit your crime. In your deadly time, it's too divine. I want to beg, I want this bliss. Oh, but something says I must resist. One more kiss before we die, face to face, and dream of flying. Who are you? Who am I? Wind and wings, two angels falling to die like this. With the last kiss, it's false, it's flame, it's a crying shame. Face to face, the passions breathe. I hate to stay, but then I hate to leave. And you'll never know, you'll never know, you'll never know, you'll never.
Bruce Wayne is actually given a little more to do here. In the end, Batman is once again on the short end of the characterization stick. Once again, we're given a sideshow of freaks as opposed to Batman the person, his reason for being. Batman Returns is a very bleak, grim-looking production with even less heart than its predecessor. At least Batman 89 tried to have fun with its characters. But this film, everything about it is so grim and soulless. You know your screenplay misses the mark when the most interesting character is not the one based on the comics, Max Schreck. On a scale of 4 stars, I give this film 2 stars. Barely 2 stars. Simply because the next 2 films